And we know that all things work together for good, to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. As for their tube, censorbot AIs, and the Soros-funded Pinos and trolls, I am loath to slap you in the face with this, but as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass as it is this day, to save much people alive. Genesis 50:20. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, and welcome back. I've got a little bit of an announcement. We have a little bit of an announcement we want to make. And Dave's on the show here with me today because we have been working on something that I could not believe we even have the opportunity to do, or we have the opportunity that we have to do this. Blows me away. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, how you doing, Stony? What's going on, brother?
Well, I'm a whole lot better now that we got this news. But anyway, we're going to talk about quite a few things today. And then we're going to tell you guys exactly what's on our table, what's on our plate that we're fixing to eat. Right, Dave?
That's right. Hey, I tell you what, when the Lord closes a door, he opens a window. And sometimes I feel like, a couple of times in my life, I felt like Jonah in the belly of the beast, where I said to myself, no, I'm doing this. The hell with all this, I'm going to Disney World. Absolutely. And the Lord said, no, hell no, you're going to preach in Nineveh. And we're going to snatch you up in here, and we're going to make you do what I want you to do.
That's right.
So after the third time they took my Their Tube channel down, and I call it Their Tube because it's not YouTube anymore, it's Their Tube.
Absolutely.
And it's fixing to be our tube.
It's fixing to be our
It's fixing to be our tube.
Yes,
because,
it is.
as I said on my YouTube channel, on my BitChute channel, I just got the papers from the Federal District Court in Camden, New Jersey, that I got to fill out to file a lawsuit against Google for violation of my First Amendment rights and criminal complaints against the CEOs for fraud.
Absolutely.
You want to tell them about the fraud, Tony? Stony?
Really? You're going to call me Tony? Really? That's like being called Sonny. You should know better.
Anyway, I hear you, man.
Anyway, so, it's basically what we're doing is YouTube is got, well, not just YouTube, but Google and Twitter and Facebook and all the big major, social media websites that put people in such a situation over their kind of misguided truth, like, period. So we, besides just slamming them with massive lawsuits, we are working on things to expose what they have done to everybody. Pretty much, they've put themselves in a situation they can't bail out of, and we're going to show them exactly what they did wrong. Ain't that about how it goes?
That's about how it goes,
I mean, there's no other way to put it. Basically, shame on you, shame on you. Oh, by the way, shame on you. That's how it goes.
Well,
so
they stepped in it, so now they have to wipe it off somehow.
Absolutely. And they've done so much to us. It's crazy.
They are. Let me run this down for those of you who are not familiar with this. YouTube is presenting two sets of statistics. Mm-hmm. One to their advertising customers, yep, and one to their creators that are creating the content that bring the advertisers to the venue.
Absolutely.
I know for a fact, and I can prove, that as of last week, I had 135,000 subscribers. They told me on my control panel that I had 35,000 subscribers. And every other video that I put up there, for no reason, no apparent reason whatsoever, they determined it's not suitable for most advertisers. Now, I don't know about most advertisers, and I don't know how they figure that out, by not reviewing it and running each one of those videos past those advertisers, but that's besides the point.
Some advertisers, the some that they're saying is all of them, but on our side, it's one of them, maybe one, but they have 10,000 actually running on their side of what they show for them to get paid. But us, we see one, maybe, if it's suitable for the tampon commercial. Maybe.
Right. And not only that, they'll show you that your channel is, your video is demonetized for some reason. And if you log on with a virtual private network, a VPN, and go to that thing on a separate computer, you'll see that ads are running on it. Yep. So how is it demonetized on my side and you're running ads on my video? 135,000 subscribers that I know and can prove that I had, and the 35,000 that you told me that I had. And you demonetized fully half of my videos for no other reason. And just 2 days ago, their tube took my entire channel down. Why? Again, this is the third time. And why did they take it down? Well, I uploaded a very detailed critique of the New Zealand.
Watch how you say it though, because they're going to try
thing
to
on the. Okay, I uploaded a video that was critiquing another video that people were using as a foxtrot.
Right.
And if that video is fake, then everything they claim that was done and resulted from the actions that were shown in that video are also fake.
Well, absolutely.
And I have a video screenshot of that video being uploaded. As soon as it finished processing, it said rejected.
Yep, before it even went public.
Before it even went live, before I had a single view, it said rejected. Mm-hmm. 2 seconds after that, I had a email from Google saying your video has been rejected because of quote unquote insufficient context and misleading metadata.
Right.
Now, insufficient context and misleading metadata are mentioned nowhere in the terms of the conditions of contract or the terms of service that you sign up to when you become a YouTube partner. Some partner, I'm getting screwed.
Oh wait, whoa! You're not a partner. You're a celebrity on YouTube, baby. Don't forget that.
You got down. I'm a celebrity on YouTube.
Go ahead. Sorry,
I got everybody razzing me with fake website pages. I got people. You know, as soon as this happened 3 years ago, Stone.
Yeah.
This happened 3 years ago when I blew up the spot. That I knew that there was a recording of Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton on the plane. Everybody called that video bullshit. It got over 1 million views. It paid me, I think it was $1,100 on that 1 million views that I had.
Sure, yeah.
And this is before the adpocalypse, okay? This is before all of this censorship started.
Right.
So
I've had this channel since 11. And I've got another channel since 09, so I know I watched it transition all the way to censorship.
Right, and we can prove what we say.
Yes.
But we're not going to put it out here because this is going to become evidence in a case.
Right.
And the case is going to set precedent, because if I settle out of court, I might get, I don't know, $500,000, $1 million. And I say, here, take $1 million and go home. Go play with yourself.
No, that means shut your mouth and go home.
Yeah, shut your mouth and go home. So you know what? I'm going to say, no, I am taking this to trial.
Sure.
I want this before a jury.
Absolutely.
And even if I lose the case, which I won't, because I have forensic, provable, and undeniable evidence, even if I lose the case, I will have something that is bombshell, and that bombshell is discovery, because I want to know how you determined this video is not suitable for most advertisers in 6 microseconds.
Yeah, well,
I want to see your AI code. I want it.
That is what
I want
they're
to see it.
protecting, though, Dave. That's what they're protecting. Look,
They're not going to be able to protect it because the court will compel them to release it because the question has to be answered.
I understand.
How did you determine this, and how did you send me an email that said, we reviewed your video? Who is we?
Right. Who is we? They got a mouse in
We
their
is
pocket? What?
He is the D-Wave supercomputer that goes out into different universes or whatever the hell it does and comes back with the answer before you ask the question.
I'm going to try to explain a little bit of how that works from what I have come to know. A standard computer...
Excuse me a second.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. A standard computer is standardly zeros and ones. That's the programming. That's how it's set up. That's how it's encrypted. That's how code is written. A D-Wave computer consists of, and it's hard to decode. Let me say that. It's hard to decode the zeros and ones, change them to get what you need to show up on the screen. But a D-Wave, a big, massive supercomputer, is not just zeros and ones, and some of the standard ones are zeros, ones, and possibly maybe twos. It depends. And I've got people live streaming. Of course, they're going to do phone calls and tweets, chirps, or whatever. I don't know. I'm so tired of it. That's why the other news we're going to tell you guys is so important to us. And hopefully it's just important to all of you guys, and you support us. We'll get to that in a little bit here. So let me get back to the way the D-Wave computers is. It's zeros, ones, twos, threes, fours. Now look. There's no way that a standard computer can break that code of zeros, ones, twos, threes, and fours. It's just not designed to do it. So what you got to do is group multiple computers together, 50 or 100, and make them all one computer to try to decode the 0, 1, 2, 3s, and 4s. That's the problem that we're having, is nobody can grab their system because it's a D-Wave with all of them encryptions written into their software. That's what I've discovered. But we're hacking at it and we're trying to get it, so we'll see what happens there. So stay tuned for that as well. Am I close, Dave?
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Got it.
This is something that they didn't teach me back when I worked for IBM for 25 years. Apparently, in a D-Wave computer, a bit can be in both states at the same time. It can be a 0 and a 1 at the same time. And the question that I have that nobody's been able to answer is, how do you tell which one of those two do you should choose?
Or change them both.
Or change them both. I don't know.
So
but
this
is some really high-tech stuff that they're using. And
very powerful.
Right. Prior to a couple of years ago, you used to be able to upload a video to YouTube, and it didn't have any of this processing thing going on.
Right.
This processing thing, I tell you what it does. It does several things, but one of the things that you can verify for yourself that it's doing, it's taking the spoken words that are on the video and converting them to text. If you go to your options and turn closed captions on and listen to somebody talking, and watch
like right now.
Like right now.
Yeah, that's that break they do in the beginning.
Turn closed captions on and listen very carefully while you're watching the screen.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you will see the word that is going to be spoken a half a second before it's spoken. So what that tells you is there's a text file that's used to stream closed captions, if you have that option on,
Absolutely.
to your screen. And where is that? It's not translated by your device. It's already translated in the video. There's a text file that translates the spoken word into text and puts it in a file associated with the video that can stream out to some device that has that option turned on.
Absolutely.
What that means is they can search the text for any spoken word. If for example, if you get on a video and you're talking on a live stream like we're doing right now, and you're planning to blow up something, and you're serious about it,
Bad
they will
choice of
flag
words,
that.
Dave.
Yeah, I know. But, well, what we want them to do to do the manual review because
on this because they need to see this.
I hear you.
You're right.
So they take that and they can search text. Now this is something that is related to this. Okay, I'm going to go off on a tangent for just a minute. The 650,000 emails that were taken off of the Peter Tweeter's computer. They said they ran through those 650,000 emails in about a week.
Yeah. Okay.
And what they did was they did a text search. And in that text search, they did find some classified information. But what they weren't looking for and what they couldn't find with what they were doing is a snapshot, an embedded JPEG or an attached JPEG of a photo of a classified document. If you had some classified text in a classified document that's included in a photograph that's attached to an email, you'll never find it. I don't know if I explained that correctly, but say you're looking for the word.
It's pretty close, Dave.
Say you're looking for a word. Say you're looking for a unique word. Say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious in a text file. So you type that word in, and you see if you can find it in text, and lo and behold, it's not in the text. But that word is in a photograph that's attached or embedded in an email. So they could not have possibly searched that whole trove of documents except only by manually doing it, and that they didn't do. So that's the next biggest bombshell that's going to drop that nobody's talking about.
Right. That's the nuts and bolts of how they hold this together. That's about how the nuts and bolts of it. So, absolutely, you're close. As I guess we're both trying to explain to the average person how the breakdown is, because some people are in there, a couple of people are talking in chat, and I'm going to tell you, once you guys, after hearing a little while, when we get through with what we want to talk about, we're going to explain what we got going on, what we've been working on for some lengthy time, and it finally has paid off. So we're working on something that's big, and if you're not here to hear it, okay, go back. You know, if you want to hear it later, that's fine too. Whatever. But I don't want to get too far off the track. That we're just trying to explain it where everybody gets the gist of it. The technical side of it is so much more involved. It's kind of too hard technically. It's easier to do it than it is to tell you how
to explain it. Yeah.
So just remember that. But we do have chats. We got people in there, and one guy said, "Dave, first time I ever seen you live." Back up here, everybody. Let's see, who was that? Anyway, somebody did. Said it's the very first time I've ever seen you live, and I was like, "That's pretty cool." Anyway, welcome everybody. I just wanted to say that real quick, get it out of the way. I sure do appreciate you, and for the ones, you know, that did support my channel, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate you guys. You know I love you to death. And the people that didn't support my channel, I love you guys too. And the ones that bash me, I even love you too. I'm going to keep my channel as long as I can. Dave lost his. Plymouth Fury lost his the very next day. I'm sure I'm on that list. And it's not because of all these crazies that are out here saying, "We got them taken down." No, you didn't. Let me tell you right now.
Yeah, you ain't getting nobody taken down. You got me more subscribers than I could have ever gotten by myself.
Yes. So instead of what you're telling the world, look, you didn't do nothing but help out the cause. Anyway, and we don't do this for fame. We don't do this for fortunes, because we would have starved to death before we got
you got that right
to eat. So, but I sure did want to tell everybody it's going to be a different show. Same topic, same thing, but it's going to be very, very hard to read comments with what we're fixing to do. And I don't want to get on that yet. I want everybody to kind of feel what we're doing and what led us up to what we now are doing, period. That's just the way it is. And I think we're pretty close explaining how what we're doing, and we're going toward it. But I just want to stay on the topic of the lawsuit. Dave's filing a massive lawsuit. I've already got one, but they won't reply to it. So I'm trying to get them to come to Illinois to go to court versus I want it on my turf because this happened on my turf. They did it to me here. Now, if I did that to them, I'd have been in jail, bonding out, and trying to go to court in California. And I'm not. I didn't do it to them. I did. Yeah, you're gonna have to work on that one too, Dave. I know it sucks, but either way, that's what you're gonna have to get a mute for your mic. Just saying. Anyway, you don't have to mute your mic right this second. I'm just saying you're gonna have to. Anyway, you guys will understand what that is. Here, just a little bit, and we've been doing backflips for like 2 days now. I'm so happy, and we are gonna tell you guys. But we wanted to make sure everybody understood this first. If I done this to them, they'd have had me in jail. I'd have bonded out. And now I would be worried about going to court in California because it'd be on their turf. Now, I didn't do this to them. They did this to me. So I want them to bring their butts all the way to Chicago so they have to stand accountable for what they did. So they're going to pay for that trip. And at the end, hopefully, God willing, we're going to make them pay for it. But it ain't about the money. If they want to settle with me, I'm going to help other channels, the ones that I really respect. If I win, I'm going to use a lot of the money to, besides get me a pretty badass studio more than what I got, I'm going to use a lot of the money to help other channels that cannot afford an attorney. That's what I'm going to use the rest of the money for. Because I believe if we get, 150,000 people that's been screwed by YouTube to sue YouTube and Google and Facebook and Twitter, then it's better in numbers, individual cases. So one of the things that we're going to work on is getting a team of attorneys that are willing to take on cases for this cause individually, not as a class action. I'll explain real quick somewhat of how a class action works. Class action lawsuit kind of goes like this. 10,000 people sue YouTube for $1 billion. Guess what? They're going to file bankruptcy, and then they're going to have to pay some. The attorney's going to get 33 1/3 from each and every person of the minimal amount that they can get. So $1 million divided by 10,000 people, and their attorney takes 33 1/3. Do the math. So if you individually sue them, they can still file bankruptcy, but they can't file bankruptcy, and some of the people will get paid before the bankruptcy goes through. They're not going to be able to file bankruptcy until all of the cases are done. Then they can file bankruptcy. If they get 10,000 people, 5 people have sued them and won. Guess what? They got to wait for the rest of that 10,000 people to get through the courts before they can file bankruptcy. And just to keep them off their butt, they have to pay some money to the people that won. So it makes more sense to sue them individually in a group. For sure. That's the way every one of my attorneys that I know, and I know a lot of them, have told me that exact same thing. They will not take the case. Only 2 attorneys I talked to said they'd take the case in Illinois because it's very costly up front to them. Now, if I paid them $30,000, which I don't have, I could individually, or I could sue them, but it would make it easier for an attorney to grab the case. Just saying. So, if we get enough people in one area, like the Midwest, that, a few attorneys could grab and sue individually, of course, they're still going to get 33 1/3, but the number will be higher. It'd be a lot more money and a lot more people at one time publicized bigger, and just bring the whole thing to the ground. One person suing for what, 250 million or whatever? One person suing for 250 million. Now imagine that by 10,000, it'd be the biggest thing on every social media.
Not only that,
that's
not
one
only
of
that,
the things, yeah.
Yeah, but not only that, Stony. When they've got 10,000 lawsuits dropped on them within a matter of a couple of months, they're going to have to hire 10,000 lawyers to go out and litigate each one and every one of these cases.
Exactly. So it's
now,
basically you're going to flood them with a paper trail or with a paperwork.
Not only that, their defense is going to be that we are a private corporation, and private corporations and individuals per se cannot violate a person's First Amendment rights. Mm-hmm. However, Google was started by DARPA. We know this for a fact. This is empirical fact. Yep. Okay? They have multiple government contracts. They are a government-entangled entity.
Yep.
In effect, they are the government. So the government can violate your First Amendment rights under Title 18 U.S. Code 1983. End of story.
Right. Yep.
Their argument that we're a private company will not hold water in a court of law.
Nope.
Will not hold water because this is not some business like Apple that started in their basement and they got investors and they are private and as soon as you go on a New York Stock Exchange, you're no longer a private company.
They bought Google platform and YouTube. They bought it. A corporation bought these platforms that somebody else, from their basement or someplace, built it, had it up and running, and they paid them billions of dollars because it was successful, and they knew they could manipulate you and the world and everybody else. Just saying. But this now is owned by a monopoly. Period.
Now let me add something else in here while I think about it, Tony.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hesitant to file lawsuits because I don't know about anywhere else, but it costs $400 just to file a notice of intent. Yeah. But the law makes an exception, and you can file what they call informa pauperis. In other words, you're filing as a poor person. The court will waive that fee. Mm-hmm. So don't be afraid to send for the paperwork to file.
Right.
It's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. It's not a cakewalk.
No,
but
it's not.
If it gets past the summary judgment, which definitely it will, because we have the evidence to prove what we're saying.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm telling you I have the evidence, and if you call my bluff, you will regret it. Yep. So now I'm going to trial, and I have discovery. And I can list the items that I want. First of all, you got to tell me everything. But I can list the items that I want discovered. I want to discover the code that determines whether or not a piece of video is suitable for all advertisers. When I know for a fact that you don't have the personnel required to manually review 400 videos a minute that are uploaded to your platform.
Sure, absolutely not. Yes, they do not. No. But let me say this. And if you are really thinking that we're joking you about the, what is it called, the paupery law, whatever that the judge of, what's it called?
Informa pauperis?
Yeah, pauperis.
Informa pauperis.
Listen to this. All you have to do is say, I'm a content creator with partnerships with YouTube, and that would be about enough for the judge to approve it, for the fact of he knows that you make no money on this platform. Whoa, I just lost Dave. Dave, are you still there? Dave. Oh, Lord, hold on. All right, we lost Dave. Maybe let's see if we can get him back. Are you there, Dave? No. He is not there. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get Dave back here. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Let's see here. did I know that was coming? I was going to go off.
Marshall called about it, and for some reason it interrupted our live stream.
Don't even try to accept it. Just hit the key down to turn the volume down, and it will not ring, but it won't. It will not disconnect you. But I lost you. I knew that was going to happen. I knew you were going to be gone. Anyway, so with that, all you got to say is that you are partners with YouTube, and they should automatically know you don't make no money. So they know you're starving to death and you're poor and broke. Because if you make videos, you're either very wealthy on this platform or you are very broke on this platform because of censorship and the screw job. You know, take a screwdriver and do one of them numbers. That's what you get. You're either super famous, making tons of money, or you are this guy. Period. That's what happens. Sorry. But if you're the guy that's getting screwed like that, guess what? That by itself makes you eligible for free representation.
That's right. And if you file pro se, that means you're, which I am. I'm filing pro se. That means you're the guy they're dealing with. Now they'll probably assign you a lawyer to help you, but you're the guy who's in control doing the quote unquote prosecution or presentation of the case. Yep. And they don't know. I knew Jerry the Jew personally. Sure. And he was one of the most prolific.
I gotta get this. I gotta get this out to you real fast, real quick. Me and Dave.
How come I lost your video here?
Because they're messing with us, I'm sure. Can you hear me now?
I just got your avatar. Yeah, I can hear you, but I just got your avatar
it'll
before
come back. I actually moved their screen. Sometimes it does that. So either way, we'll push right through it because it doesn't matter what we're fixing to do. We won't even care if we see each other because we know where we're going. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But I want everybody to know this. Dave, are you related to me in any way, Dave?
No.
Okay. Did I know you before?
I never met you before. I never met you before they turned my first YouTube channel down. Exactly. And you called, and I said, you know.
But you know what? I want you guys to understand this one right here. Me and Dave, we fight for the same thing. That's how we connected, because they bashed me. They took me down. So all the people say, oh, you're Dave's kid. No, I'm not. But I can tell you what I am. I am now Dave's brother because they made me be Dave's brother. I had no interest in meeting nobody. So now if you want to call us family, we're brothers. And yes, you would be right because we chose to be brothers. Just wanted that out in the air because, you know what? Everybody says, oh, this and that. You know, I am myself so tired of this and that. And what we're fixing to do is going to be historical. Historical. Regardless, if anybody on the platform believes it or not, it doesn't really matter to me because this platform pays me nothing. Not that I don't love everybody.
They owe me about $5,000 from the channel they took down.
Look, my channel has a lot of subscribers, Dave. I've got over almost probably 1 million now. I haven't really looked in the past couple of weeks because of all the other stuff going on. But they've screwed me out of $1.3 to $1.4 million a year for 3 years. So I'm a little angry, but it's okay. I will survive because that's what I do. I'm a survivor. I don't give a crap, but I can tell you this. They won't survive when all of us are done with what we're fixing to do to them. Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying.
I'm ready. Believe me, I am 100% ready. But anyway, the whole point of it. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, before we drop the announcement.
The historical announcement?
Historical announcement.
It is historical.
Let me give you a little history. Mm-hmm. Back in 2004.
Kind of go together, don't they, Dave?
Yeah, they sure as hell do.
Let's go, buddy.
Back around 2004, I was listening to a program on the Genesis Communications Network with Dr. Stan Monteith. He has since passed away and went to
Radio
his heavenly
Liberty,
reward.
right? Am I
Radio
right?
Liberty.
Radio Liberty, yeah.
I was on his phone. I was on a guest on his show at least a dozen times.
Sure, yeah.
And those recordings are archived on my website at net number 4 Truth USA. If you go to radio programs, you could download them. One or two programs, I think we spent 2 hours on the phone talking about different things. Okay? So I never thought after he passed away to call that program again because I didn't know anybody there. And I met one of my best friends. His name was Arthur Bernclau. He was a United States Marine working for Operation Phoenix. Yep. He was a Marine sniper for 13 years. Went in with the advisors before the Vietnam War started, before the Gulf of Tonkin, and came out with Operation Baby Lift on a helicopter off the roof of the embassy building in Saigon when Saigon was overrun. He has 200 confirmed kills, all headshots, never wasted a bullet. Nicest man you ever want to meet. I went to his house. We used to go to the rifle range together. I went to his house one day and I rang the doorbell, and his wife answered the door, and she said, "Art's waiting for you in the living room." So I went into the living room, and here's Art with a box of 223 NATOs and a can of Noxon and a rag, and he's polishing his bullets. And I'm looking at him, and I said, "Art, what the hell are you doing?" And he says, "What does it look like I'm doing? I'm polishing my bullets." I said, "Why the hell are you polishing your bullets? You go to the rifle range. It's only 100 yards now. Well, the bullet's gonna, the grass is gonna go away, and they're gonna collect it." He says, "It cuts down on the spin drift." So I made a lot of good friends that way.
Sure.
Art Bernclau was the one of them. He'd give you the shirt off his back.
Go ahead.
After he passed away, I never thought of calling Radio Liberty back because after he passed away, Dr. Stan was not far behind him, and I didn't know anybody there. But lo and behold, what happens?
Wow.
I get a phone call.
Excuse me. Yep.
From the new owner of the station that bought out the station that he was on.
And who was he looking for?
And who was he looking for? He's looking for me, and I told him about Stony, and we on a conference call yesterday. And we're going to be on a conference call on Monday to work the details out. But you want to tell them what we're doing, Stone? Because I'm just like, I'm beside myself. I'm like the guy in Short Circuit. I'm standing here beside myself.
I have kind of been doing backflips for like 2 days now. It's just kind of like 30 years. It's finally worth it. We get our own radio show, guys. We are going to have our own radio show. And we're going to try to work out the details so you guys can tag along, but not just a radio show, an internet show, just on a different platform maybe, because I'm pretty sure by the time we're done tearing them apart, they're going to ban me too. I'm just saying. So you guys will know where to hear our voices as much as we can speak, as much time as we can get, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite a bit because they've got a lot of free space for us right now. And while we're sitting here just loving what God has sent to us, first and foremost.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
We deserve it. We've worked our asses off. We're actually probably going to make 1 penny per advertisement per how many ever people. 3 million people are going to listen to us at one drop of one hat. And then while we're sitting here gloating and happy and bullshitting with our family and excited and having dinners, and we get another phone call that there's another radio station that wants us. So that's 2. How many more are we going to get? That's 2 in 2 days. So now what?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
2 live radio shows. 1 live radio show, 2 stations picked it up already. Want to pick us up already. So how many are we going to have by this time next year? I guarantee you we will have more people when they hit live than we ever had on this platform.
I tell you what, I got a feeling by the time we're done, we're going to be on a serious network.
I'm ready. I mean, I've been waiting for something big to happen, and guess what? Me and Dave, all I can say is we got to really start watching our mouth, because we run off. But they love what we do. Just FCC and FFA or FAA don't allow the F-bomb and all that crap. So we really got to watch it. But our motivation and drive and what we stand for, they love it. That's what they want, and we're going to give it to them. If we want to cuss, we're going to shut the mic off and cuss our butt off, asses off. We can say that here. But
we're going to be on a 30-second delay anyway, so even if we do accidentally slip, it'll be bleep. It'll be bleep.
I am so... But you know what? It's one thing to get one uncounted, a bunch of attention for one, and to get two somewhat offers in 24 or 48 hours. That's just unheard of. It just don't happen. That kind of tells you that we're on the right track. We're
and
doing
this covers the two radio stations.
And they fact-checked us.
Not only, and not only that, one radio station is based in Colorado and the other one's in Connecticut.
There you go.
And the one in Colorado doesn't have the capability of live streaming, but we will live stream them. We'll help
them. We'll help them. Yeah, we have a problem.
Live stream.
We're set up for it. So you guys will get to hear it. We just ain't going to be able to pay attention to the chat. But that's okay. We can go back later and check that out. So, but because of, what you guys see in the chat means a lot to us. It's just we're going to focus on our show, and we're going to allow people like Brian from High Impact Flicks. I think his name Brian, right? Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Impact Flicks. Come on our show. Let's talk. Give him the floor. Let him speak.
Yeah.
And whoever we think deserves the chance.
Oh, I'd put War Drummer and X-22 report on that, all of them. All of them. I mean, we want you. We get this guy. We want.
He's come up real
what's
fast.
Her name? Lisa Haven.
Yeah, Lisa Haven. All of them. We want anybody that knows their shit. We're gonna allow you guys on a radio show, and it's not entertainment. It ain't just great entertainment. You know what it is? Facts.
It's facts.
Facts, baby.
That's facts, baby.
Facts. They fact checked us before they even knew who the hell we was. That's how they got to us, because they know what we're talking about.
And they didn't fall for the fake web pages that Hillary Clinton set up with no court documents behind it, and abandoned farmhouses that don't exist.
3 million hits. Exactly. 3 million people on one platform gonna listen to us. Oh, by the way, guys, I know a lot of you don't like Alex Jones, but he's right there with us. He's on the same platforms that we are.
Yep.
Just want you to know. Multiple other big venue people are right there where we earned our spot. Nobody gave it to him. Nobody just said, here, man.
Hey, we didn't go after and try to sell ourselves. They came to us.
They came to us. And you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I never wanted to be an actor. They found me. I never wanted to sell music. I always loved music. I always was in the industry, playing music, doing music, writing music. But they found me because they wanted to buy some of my music. On top of that, I never wanted to be a radio show host. I just want a platform that I know I can do. And my words and Dave's words together, we're unstoppable. They fact-checked us. They know what we put our name on. We're not going to put our name on it if it isn't factual. Now, I need your guys' help. I want everybody in the comments after the video, after this video, if you want to help us, give us some show ideas, like names. We're trying to work out our intro show information. I told Dave a pretty good one earlier. I think Dave liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think we're going to use it as like a headliner, but each show I'd like to individually use that basic opening with a show name. And you know what? Let's let people out there, we'll choose one and give them credit. That sounds good, right, Dave?
That sounds good to me.
If somebody gives us
that
a
sounds good to me.
Maybe not a show idea, you just tell us names of what you'd like to see the show called. Because I think we're not set, but we think that we're on. And yeah, I'm moving my hands like that freaking Burno dude, because that's how I live. Whatever. You won't see that.
I lost your video. I don't know. I got your avatar. I haven't got your video yet.
You will not see that on radio. Believe me, you will not see it on radio. You won't care how my hands move. Just saying. Anyway, but to make a long story short, I want people to be involved. Even the radio show. Tell us your idea for the topic. Not the topic, maybe that too, but your idea for the show, the name of the show. So what I think. Well, you want to tell them what we're going to call ourselves, Dave?
Yeah, it's Covfefe with Stony and Dave.
Bam! What do you think? Love it. Covfefe, radio, or Stone. Covfefe.
And we're going to have our own brand of coffee, too.
That's right. Covfefe with
We're going to have our own brand of coffee.
Show. That's it. That's the name of it.
We're gonna have sponsors. I got one guy here. He emailed me. He sent me $500 in my GoFundMe account, and he said, "Whenever you want to sponsor, call him." So I called him, but I didn't get an answer. But I'll keep calling him. We're gonna have sponsors coming out the wazoo because we tell the truth, and we fly right over the target. I'm on my fourth fighter jet, my friends.
Our sponsors.
Yep.
We get to choose it. And we're going to give you guys all the information of the radio station, the online.com, so you can listen anywhere in the world. But this is where we're headed. We have to. I tried to do the right thing here. They censored me. I met Dave. Me and Dave got together. Yep. We started talking about the same things. We always was on the same page. Now, they came to us and said, hey, you two, we want you guys on our radio show. And it wasn't like the secretary calling us. The owner of the radio station called us and said, hey,
yep,
we want you guys. So guess what? What do you tell him? No? And Sal, I'm going to tell you what. You're probably going to make me throw my phone. Just saying. 5 texts, 3 calls. I'm done. I'm trying to see the chat somewhat in here, and I swear, Sal, you always do this. Stop. When I'm live on radio, I guarantee I will not have my phone on me, for sure. But we get to stay here. I'm in Illinois, and Dave, where are you at?
Jersey.
And we get to what are they satelliting it in? They're going to satellite it in.
Yeah, I guess.
To Colorado. Hello, that's pretty cool. We can be in 2 different states together on one platform, streaming in a whole different state to 3 million people. YouTube, YouTube, you did this. You did this.
Yep, you sure did. Hey, listen, if they would have left it alone, if they'd let that shit alone, we would have still been. I've been good with $1,200, $1,400 a month. I've been good with that.
I wouldn't complain. That kind of money with them ever. We did music and had millions of hits and never made that kind of money.
On that one video about Hillary Clinton, and there was 2 of them. One with Hillary Clinton has Kuru disease, and the other one about the tarmac meeting. Over 1 million hits, over 1 million views.
Hey, hold on. Let me say
$1,800 on one and $1,100 on the other one.
Let me say something
before they figured out that we were a force to be reckoned with.
Dave, I want to say something real quick. Jerome Badra, I don't know. I just butchered your name. I'm sorry. He said these 2 are real brothers. No, we are real brothers, but guess what? You're a real brother because you understand the facts. It takes us all. It ain't us. We just speak for everybody. If you're with us, I'll speak for you.
You know what, Tony? We might do that 23andMe. We might do that 23andMe shit and find out that we're 2 brothers from a different mother.
I get it, but I'm not 23andMe and nothing. They can cram that right up YouTube, right up their old YouTube. They can cram it right up the old YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Or there.
I hear you, bro.
I'm just saying. But it's all of us, guy. It ain't just me. But I appreciate that, man. And you know what? That's what gives me the motivation to keep doing this. Even though I've been heartbroken over it, sick, argued with my girl. I've argued with them. I've argued with Dave. I've argued with everybody over this crap. But I'm telling you, it's people like you and the people that I care about that's on my channel. It's you guys is the reason why I do this. Every time I sit down and think, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this anymore. Piss on it. I'm going to use these screens like basketballs and I'm going to slam dunk them into the garbage can. It's you
That's
guys.
right. And not only that, I have
come back to.
a whole bunch of subscribers that called me. That I have over 1,500 names in my contact list under YouTube subscribers that call me, that write me letters, that send me checks in the mail, that supported the astronomical expense of, people don't think that, you pick up your phone and do a video. It takes hours to do a video. It takes a high-end phone. I do everything on my phone.
Everything on his phone.
This phone cost me $400 on eBay. And that's only because I won an auction. The other two phones I had, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe that burnt up in my hand from using it 24 hours a day, cost me $800. And the one before that cost me $500. That Google bricked.
Yeah.
When I reset the phone and try to give it to Tony Ann, it came back with this. It's auth or something, owner authorization or some shit, and it goes to a blank screen and you can't get it works. It boots up, but Google bricked it, so I'm suing them for that too.
Just remember, I'm not a truther. I'm a bullshit analyst. Just saying, I gotta get it out now. I'm not a truther. I don't want to be categorized with a bunch of people talking a lot of crap. I am a guy that sifts through the bullshit, and I get factual information, and I have to have a document to back it up.
Yeah. Now, I never in my life wanted to do this. I knew about social media when it first started, and I said, I'm going to stay away from that crap because it's all a bunch of crap.
Right.
But one day I got a letter in the mail, and it said that there's a recording of Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch on the tarmac, and he went into some bullshit story about, I left my recorder on the plane and blah 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 blah. But that was just to hide who he was, because who person was that had the recording was the pilot.
Yeah.
How this shit ended up in my mailbox, I don't know. Somebody must be because I have law enforcement connections going back to 1972 when I put 8 drug traffickers in prison in New Mexico for natural life. Must go back to when I busted Groveland Correctional Facility and the Canandaigua Veterans Administration running bogus programs and getting paid by the federal government from 1988 to 2000, and denying somebody medical assistance for hepatitis C that he caught while he was in Vietnam because he didn't complete a state certified drug treatment program. And I wrote the amicus brief for that case too, and his lawyer went to the judge, and he said, and I quote, "The treatment of my client violates the Geneva Convention 3 for the treatment of enemy prisoners of war," end quote. The guy went home in the December of 2000, in time for Christmas, probably his last Christmas, because his viral load was 1 million, and they didn't have treatment for hepatitis C back in the year 2000. Must be because I busted a psychiatry place at 90 Maiden Lane in New York City for taking Medicaid funds, $9 million in Medicaid funds for the psychological treatment of sex offenders that just got out of prison.
Absolutely.
Got them on videotape. Went undercover for the New York State Attorney General Medicaid Fraud Control Unit. Maybe because I'm a pain in the ass. I'm a bulldog, and I got a piece of that cheek, and I ain't letting go until I get the whole ass.
That's right. That's right. You ain't kidding. And you know what? That's good for you. everybody kind of gets recognition for their own thing. And you know what? It's awesome that you've just completely stuck by your guns, because that's what we do. We know what our drive is. We know where our motivation starts, and we stay with it. We don't kind of slide this way and that way. The facts and the proof is what tells us what our next move is.
Right, and we're the people that are defending the innocent people.
Absolutely.
We are the only ones on this venue that constantly bring up the fact that 800,000 children are missing in the United States. 800,000 disappear like a fart in the wind, and nobody says a word.
That's right.
When was the last time you got an Amber Alert? You mean to tell me there's nobody missing in your state that you should be looking for?
Yeah, exactly. If you got the Amber Alert, you should have it automatically on your phone. If you got an Amber Alert on your phone, when was the last time you seen one? There's 800,000 children missing a year in the United States alone. When was the last time you got an Amber Alert?
How did they keep this secret? How did they keep it secret? Where did these 800,000 people?
How do they keep it secret? They don't tell you. Where's the Amber Alert? They just don't.
Well, you know, how did they keep everything else secret? How did they keep the John F. Kennedy assassination secret? You had Walter Cronkite and what's his name there from 60 Minutes saying about the guy shooting from the sixth floor depository building. My friend Arthur Bernklau stood in that window, a 13-year Marine sniper, and said, I couldn't make that shot. Jesse Ventura said the same thing. Mm-hmm. When will you rest in the sufficiency of the evidence that smoke is being blown up your ass by the mainstream media?
Hey, you know what? Real fast, not to shift gears and change subject, but to step back just a hair. You were talking about all these people that supported your channel and you made all this money. First and foremost, I did not. They knew who I was, and they knew what I was all about when I went live my very first time. They knew what I was about to do. I know they did because they gave my channel back to me from prior years before, but it didn't have no subscribers or no videos. So the multiple 400 and something videos I had prior to that, when I got my channel taken down, was gone. So, and I didn't archive them and back them up, which is okay. That's cool, whatever the case may be. But while you were getting, you know, good revenue, or I didn't get that, but I did want to say thank you, because I do have a couple of people on here. Let's say more than a couple. Let's say like 3 or 4 people on, 5 people maybe on here that somewhat help support my channel. And thank you guys. Thank you very much. You know who you are, and you know I know who you are. I know 3 of you,
you know, Stony,
2 of you I know of you. So thank you very much.
A lot of people wonder why. I don't really try to publicize who's giving donations, because I go back to the passage in the Bible where Jesus says, you know, beware of those who say their alms in public, for they have their reward. Right. Your people that do these kinds of things do it out of the goodness of their heart, and I'm overwhelmed. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have survived here, because I have over $100,000 in medical bills for Tony for and that's co-payments under Obamacare. That was hanging over until Trump took over. $100,000 cash money out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, drove us penniless here.
Yeah, I seen it. I was there.
So you were there when you were there. So you know it's not a joke.
No.
And to try to survive, you know, to try to move money from one account to the other because you got to cover a payment that's automatically made, and you know, just try to keep track of this crap. I never had to do this in my life.
You know.
So
you're breaking up.
Obamacare and that.
I don't know why you froze
on
me. But
I'm sorry.
No, it's somehow you froze on me. But just to get back to kind of what I was saying. No, you're back now. But to kind of get back to what I was saying was there's some people out here. I would like to call them scumbags, but I'm not going to. Well, I guess I just did. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, there's some scumbags out here go, oh, they're e-beggars. Well, let me tell you something. It's only so long you can go with nothing before you say, hey, man, are you guys going to support me? So they would rather see you make nothing. So call me an e-bagger, which I'm not. I barely get anything.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that video. What a piece of shit that's not. What a piece of crap he is.
But I don't call people out, Dave. It's just not my gig. But I don't really care. I'd rather punch them in the mouth. I mean, that's just who I am. But, or, have one of my people, whatever, whoop their ass in a mall or something. I don't know. Whatever. And I don't even care about that either. But the point behind it being is, if you make this a career, me and Dave, God reached down and touched us for the bullshit these retards have done to us. He reached down and touched us with our own radio show. Now, God willing, everything goes smooth around there and everything's going good. I want to see you guys, the same guys that shit talk this, I want to see you guys go ahead, change your life, put God in your life. You ain't got to be perfect, because Lord knows I'm not. And do something worthy instead of just bashing other people because you're jealous. Period.
And virtue signaling. I'm such a good guy. I exposed this guy. He's a this, he's a that.
Good for you.
Like they tend to say, Avangolo the one. I saw that zia. I'm lucky on you.
Right. But either way, we didn't really come out here to bash the other people for calling us e-beggars. Yeah, I can be whatever you need me to be. I can be whatever, but I'm not going to lie to you and ain't going to bullshit you. And you know what? Anymore, it doesn't even matter. If you want to support my channel and what I do, or Dave and what he does, great. We could use it. But are we going to beg you? Never have, never will. I tell you, I get mad because nobody supports me, but they can damn sure bash me. Now, every time you bash me, if you give me, I don't know, $5, I'll let you bash me all day. If not, kiss my ass. Not on this side.
I wish I had $5 for every time somebody bashed me.
I'm just saying, if you want to bash me, pay me to bash me. I'll bash me if you pay me, but I'm not going to bullshit you. And if you say, like a couple have said, oh, I'm going to whoop your ass. Okay, hold on. First, I want you to know this, and I want to make sure you understand this clearly. Stand in line, asshole, because I'm kicking my own ass for even conversating with you. Just saying.
You'd be like that guy. You'd be like the friars in Monty Python or the Holy Grail. He goes, hold on.
Yeah, hold on. I'm kicking my own ass. As soon as I get done whooping my own ass, then you can have a crack at it, Whatever. But you know what? E-beggar, I don't know where the hell that came from. It sounds good because there's a lot of people out here that beg, tell you bullshit, beg, make money. Me, I don't give a shit no more. Don't care.
Yeah, I tell you what.
I can tell you one thing I do have. Me and Dave got a radio show. Imagine that.
I like that. Hey, tell you what. There's when you drive through the Holland Tunnel from New Jersey to New York, and you come out the other side on the New York side, there's guys there wiping windows and make more money than these people do.
So I mean, it is what it is. You guys, you can do whatever you need to do, and whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's unbelievable. In fact, about 2 years ago, they found some.
Emlyn said, "Is this the money channel or the conspiracy channel?" First off, you're a whole day late, and secondly,
and $1 short.
It ain't your business. If you don't like it, there's a Docs and E-beggar channel over there waiting for you. Look, we're telling our people that we love them and we hope they follow us. Okay? Because we got a radio show. And on the other hand, it's people like you that get stupidness like this. You might not be able to see it, Dave. But
no, I can't. I can't see it.
But the world can. Look, watch this. This guy right here. You know what? We just don't need you. Oh, damn. You're gone, brother. Now you ain't got no reason to be here. You can go on over there to the shit troll channel because we're not here for you. Just saying. We're here to talk to our people, to tell them that we're excited about a brand new opportunity that we should have had years ago on this platform. But this platform couldn't give it to us. They had to be greedy and stingy. We went
No,
out.
they more than greedy and stingy. That they're being paid by somebody that was a Nazi back in World War II.
Yeah.
Even though he had Jewish heritage, that the Nazi hunters somehow overlooked, even though he was living right there up in upstate New York.
Right.
And somebody and whose own country has a wanted dead or alive warrant out for him.
Right. Well, either way, the platform, the people. A lot of people don't realize that the platform that we're actually on right now. There's a third-party company that pays people like the guy I just dropped off my channel to come into our room and bash us. They get paid like $5 for the worst comment. I know all about it. That's okay. You can do that. Now, if this guy comes back and apologizes to you guys, not me, I don't care. You know, he kissed my ass. Not on this side, not on this side, but right in the middle. Look, he can kiss my ass. If he comes back and apologizes to you guys, I might let him back on. I don't know. But if he does something else, he's gone again and he'll never get back on. But I'm not going to focus. My people are my people. If you want to follow us and watch our live radio show, that's where we're going to be. I'm going to live stream here. Dave's going to be on the live stream here. But literally, stream resumed. Let's see what happens here. Alrighty. Hold on. Let's see. They might not let me get back on. They might have knocked me completely off the platform.
When we start another stream?
Okay, hey, we're back. Look, I didn't. I did not do that, guys. I want you to know that right now. I did not do that. And I'm fighting them because they have locked my system down. Shame on you. This is the reason we're going to expose you. And guess what? This goes on other platforms, so it's documented. It goes on BitChute. Dave, download this immediately. Throw it on your BitChute. Soon as it's done. We're not gone, guys. We've just begun. We have just begun. You guys hang in there because we're going to tell you what, everything on live radio that we couldn't tell you on here because we could get blocked and censored. We're going to tell you it.
Oh yeah, well, that's why I got thrown off the thing 3 times because I never. Have you ever known me to pull punches, Stone?
No.
I don't pull punches. I tell it like it is.
That's right.
And that one video I tried to upload, they must not understand as much MK Ultra shit as these people did over the years. They don't understand psychology 101. They did an experiment in Philadelphia years ago.
I have told
they did it.
I told you before you
went
with it, though, Dave. I told you, did I not? Did I not say you're done?
Yep, you sure did.
I did.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Listen, they did an experiment. This is back in the late 60s, early 70s, in Philadelphia, in some hotel, I forget where. But they never had a problem with people throwing shit out the window of a 20-story hotel room.
Right.
So what they did was they were working on the pool, so they had the pool area blocked off so that no pedestrians could walk in that area.
Sure.
And they picked that for that very reason because it wouldn't endanger anybody that was down below. So they went up to the rooms like 5 floors and above, and they put a sign on the sliding glass door that led out to the balcony. Please don't throw anything off the balcony. Mm-hmm. As soon as they put those signs up, there was shit all over the place.
There was
caca.
We gotta learn not to cuss.
There was caca all over the place, and they never thought to throw stuff out the window until they saw that sign and say, you know what? I'm going to defy the rules. I'm going to break the rules, and I'm going to throw stuff out the window.
Yes.
So now when you try to hide a video, when you try to ban a book, look at Salman Rushdie's Satanic Verses.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
They tried to ban that book. instantly became a New York Times bestseller. And the Hajis had a fatwa on him to try to kill him because he wrote that book.
Absolutely. Well, hey, you want to address something real quick? I'm just going to say, Watch Woman on the Wall said, trolls are killing your name, Dave. You want to address that real quick? You want to touch on that?
I don't really care about the trolls. I have no time to deal with the trolls. If the trolls want to talk to me, my contact information is on my video. But they know they can't call.
Right.
Because when they call, I have their phone number, and I will have the FBI at their door to arrest them for what they're doing.
Right.
So have a nice day.
So basically, what you're saying is they're closet trolls.
They're close. They're using Hillary Clinton planted bogus information about me to troll me. I got you. I know who you are. But I don't have the time to come after you. Right. You want to come to my door? I got something for your ass. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. All right, now we're done with that, so let it go on this channel. Or, you know what, I'm tired of hearing it. We know what it's all about. It's troll controlled, and it's closet trolls.
And just to make this clear, nobody took this channel down but YouTube. You didn't take it down, assholes. YouTube took it down because I flew too far too close over the target. Yeah. That's why. That's 3 times.
Next, but guess what? Take me off of radio. Do that. Take us off of
radio. Yeah, take us off of radio. Yeah, go ahead. Try that.
We're going to serve your ass a platter of batshit crazy. We're going to show you guys some crazy shit. The things that we couldn't do there, we can do now on radio because we got an open platform as long as we watch our language. I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. Go ahead and talk for a minute, Dave, while I grab this here real quick.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we couldn't expose because this one latest thing that I did that's now up on BitChute, and even they flagged it as not suitable for life, whatever that means. But that's I guess it's doublespeak. It's Orwellian doublespeak for something that contains graphic violence. And the video that I uploaded is not graphic violence. It's a very badly done, very poorly planned, very. It's a farce. It's a video game. It's not even a video game.
No,
I used to play Doom back in the late '90s. I used to work I did consulting work for a company called Firebird Licensees that got bought out by Activision.
There you go.
They made the first. No. I haven't seen anything. They made the first interactive video game for Commodore 64, written by a girl named Anita Sinclair, and they gave me the cheat codes for Doom. I used to play Doom like 3-4 hours a day, going around in this castle, knocking off Nazis and being invulnerable and having all the weapons that the game had at my disposal, watching guts drip off the wall. That video was more graphic than what I tried to upload, that YouTube instantly flagged as rejected because of insufficient context and what they call it, misleading metadata, which is nowhere mentioned in the terms of service.
None.
And is the basis for my lawsuit, their breach of contract and their fraud for telling me I had 35,000 subscribers when I really had 132,000 subscribers, and cheating me out of my money. So now we're going after them big time. We are going to take their platform right out from under them. You know,
and
one
all
mosquito.
Sponsors too.
And all their sponsors too. Because when we expose this, we have empirical evidence that they're telling their sponsors that that one channel has 135,000 subscribers, but the sponsor, the creator who's making the content that's bringing the sponsors to the venue is only showing 35,000 subscribers. Meanwhile, I upload a video that gets 4,000 comments and 2,000 views. I got a snapshot of a video that I uploaded had 400 thumbs up with no views.
Right.
So their algorithm, their programmers screwed up somewhere. They forgot to take it, but now we got them.
Now do you
We
see
got them
my
dead
hat?
to rights.
Right, we do. Do you see my hat now? What do you
No, I see your avatar.
Oh, really? How is that?
Yeah.
Here,
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I had you before. I lost you about half an hour ago.
I don't know what happened there. That's my avatar.
That's all right. As long as everybody can see it and hear what we got to say. That's
you guys. Dave can watch the video later and see what I put on, so the world understands. Dave, they're just a little bit ahead of you. It's kind of like a delayed reaction for you.
You know, it's amazing how people can. How people can, you know, after I file privacy complaints, they do nothing about it. But these people, the way you can tell they're deep state trolls paid for by the deep state is when they have 37 views on a video and they have 157 subscribers, and they come up first on the ping list when you search for a channel. That shows you that they're fake. And the information that they're presenting is fake, and they're a bunch of low-life retards that haven't got the balls to come and say that crap to my face.
Absolutely.
Because if they did, I would snatch their Adam's apple right out of their throat and put it right up their asshole. Exactly. How you like that?
How you like that? Yeah, this is batshit crazy. You guys see?
You ain't shit, bro.
It's my bat shit. It's a pile of shit with bat wings on it here. See? And then it says crazy on the front. Look at that. It's a big pile of shit with wings and a crazy sign. It's bad shit crazy. Don't you love it? It's pretty cool.
Oh, my God.
My kid got me this. He's like, don't you always say this, Dad? I said, yeah, I do. Where the hell did you get that? He said, 6 Flags. I seen it and got it for you. Love it.
Oh, and I want, if you don't mind, Stony, a person who has
Diago,
historically, Diago, a person who has previously been relying on some information that she got from somewhere else to bash the both of us. I had a very interesting conversation with her last week, and she called me again today. I got to call her back.
Down and out. She wants somebody to help her do something or something. You know what?
No. That's not the case.
I would never allow her on my platform. I'm live streaming, so I'm just saying.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say I had a very interesting conversation.
Why don't you explain it to
and
her?
she's in the same boat that we are, and yeah, she did by playing copyrighted music. But the thing is that I don't care what anybody says. I'm not for doing the same thing to liberals that they've done to us, because when
you gotta go. I'm live streaming.
When liberals speak, they make idiots out of themselves. So please do not.
Let me shut my mic off.
Please do not ban the liberal voices from the venue, because the more they talk, the more we look good in people's eyes who have half a brain and 2 brain cells to rub together. We come from various backgrounds. We have differences of opinion, and we can work those differences of opinion out amicably and like civilized persons. But when you take somebody's copyrighted picture off his website and you use it to disparage his name, that, my friend, is the epitome of low-life scumbag. And that's all I got to say. And there's a few of you, you know who you are. I'm not even going to mention you. But by doing what you're doing, you're steering more people to our channel. We love it. Keep on doing it, because you've gotten me, 37,000 subscribers in 8 months from starting from scratch. And I got 2,500 subscribers in 2 days starting from scratch. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the publicity, because anyone knows even bad publicity is good. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Even publicity that seeks to destroy you is only going to make you stronger. So I don't care about the trolls. Do what you got to do. Make your money. Get paid by Soros. We all know who you are. In the long run, you will pay. You will pay. You will have to answer for what you do. But you don't have any content of any use. You don't have any content of any value that anybody wants to watch. And that's where you are, serving hamburgers at McDonald's or Wendy's or making coffee at Starbucks. That's your lot in life. That's what you do. That's what low-life scumbags do to make a living. But people like me and Stony, we tell the truth, and we take the blows. It comes with the territory. I investigated child trafficking 30 years ago. I went undercover. And what I uncovered is still being investigated. And what you're doing, you put my life at risk. But I don't care because I can defend myself here. And I've got law enforcement all around me. I've got friends in FBI. I got friends in New York Police Department. I got friends in the New York State Attorney General's office. So you're not playing me at all. You're not playing me. You're only playing yourself. You're putting yourself out there, and you're making an asshole out of yourself. Stony, you still there?
Absolutely, Dave. I'm just having a little technical difficulty over here, but go ahead. You're doing good.
All right.
Trying to clean this up here.
I don't want to dwell on the trolls because I'd like to see them troll a radio station. Because when you call a radio station, those numbers will be archived. And even though you're calling, it ain't like that no more. They got 30 seconds. They're going to shut you off in a minute.
As soon as you say anything crazy, you're done. They don't even patch it in.
Now you're done. And if you make any that's why nobody calls. Because they know if they call my number, I record every phone call. And if you call my number, I don't care if you try to spoof your number. I got your IMEI number, pal. Right. And I'll track it down to your phone, right where you are. And I'll send the SWAT teams out for you. You think I'm playing?
Right.
Try it. Try it. Just try it. Call my bluff. See what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Call my bluff. Yeah, you know what? We're not even going into this thinking that. My objective in this whole thing is to do what I'm set here to do, first and foremost. Secondly, I'm going to not worry about that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me. Third thing is I'm going to keep doing what I do. I don't care. Anybody can do whatever they want to do. I'm not criticizing you for being a leftist or being a snowflake. You can be whatever you can be a right-winger, left. I don't care what you do. But you're not going to do that to me either. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Sorry, it ain't going to happen. Ain't got time for it in my life. Just saying. I know what
I ain't got time for it either. You know, listen, people who know me, know me.
That's right.
And people who don't know me, why would I give a... No, I don't care if they so learn or not. I really don't give a rat's ass because I don't know you.
Right. Yeah.
And if you steer people to my channel out of curiosity, they're going to find out you're full of shit.
Right.
Straight like that.
Right. Absolutely. I totally
straight like that.
The world does. Trolls do help a lot. But it kind of gets irritating to see their stupidity. It's like, really? Your mom should have swallowed. Sorry.
I mean, we're turned into a nation of retards with our public schools and our colleges and Yale and Stanford and what's the name of the other one? The big the big Yale, Stanford.
There's a bunch.
Starts with an H. I don't know. Anyway, Harvard. They're charging astronomical admission and tuition rates. And by the way, that scandal that people are sending their half-brained kids to Harvard, that's going to blow up in their face too. But even the people who say they have a higher education,
Yep.
What exactly are they studying? What are they teaching them? They're teaching them evolution. Man came from a rock.
Yeah.
Man came from How does that happen? Let's see. You got a bunch of molecules, randomly, mashing together, and all of a sudden they make an eyeball, and it washes up on the beach, and it looks out into the ocean. They can't see nothing because they ain't got a brain to connect to. What?
Yeah.
What kind of stupidity is this?
It's kind of wild. I don't.
You have to understand every process in the human, the complicated process of just blood clotting. Blood clotting is an astronomically complex thing that even the doctors don't, even the scientists don't understand how this works. DNA is a 4-digit code. Right. That if you took all the DNA in your body and put it in a teaspoon, yep, it'll fit in a teaspoon. If you took all the strands of DNA in all that DNA, it's in that teaspoon, and laid it end to end, it would go from the Earth to the Moon and back 9 times. If you printed out the code on paper, it would fill the Grand Canyon.
Right. Yeah.
So you can't tell me that happened by accident. If you say that happened by accident, you're some special kind of stupid.
Special kind of stupid. You ain't kidding. Anyway. But I just, I wanted to get out here, and me and Dave, we had some really big news, and we're just pretty proud of how it turned out. And as we progress, we're going to keep everybody informed. And we're not going to stop what we're doing. We're just going to keep going on a different style platform, one that we deserve, that we might be able to support. I
tell you what, I might delete everything Google on my phone.
I thought about it myself.
I'm Facebook, Google, all of that shit off my phone.
That are here, and they've been with me a long time, and they deserve to see where I'm headed next. And I want them to, and I want them to interact with me and call in on the show and talk to us and tell us their feelings, because that's the only reason I do this, because of the people here. If it wasn't for you guys, I guarantee you, if I had a bunch of trolls on here just continuously and a bunch of crap, and with all the censorship and not making nothing off of this and doing all of it together, you put it all together, I would not be doing this. I probably wouldn't even make a video about cats playing with toilets. I wouldn't make a video, period.
Well, let me tell you something, Stony. I'm 68. I'm retired from IBM.
Sure.
I got a nice pension. I got a nice Social Security income.
Absolutely.
I'm comfortable as long as I don't have medical bills. But over the last 3 years, I've had over $100,000 in medical bills for Tony, and that wiped us out. So if it wasn't for the people that were supporting my channel and supporting what I do, I would not have made it.
Well,
I would have been out on the street like a bum.
I'm going to tell you, with everything that's happened to me and them locking my bank accounts and them doing everything, I'm 46. I'm not retired. So I still have to go and make money to support my family. And believe you me, this does not even get close. Not even close to doing enough to pay for the gasoline to take one of the kids to school. You get it? It just doesn't. So I do this out of pure love for the people and love for the children, and trying to stop the corruption and keep the sex trafficking of human beings down. And we got to stop this stuff, man. This stuff's all got to stop. So it's time that we all get together on one platform or another platform or all platforms and say enough is enough. And that's what we're doing.
Right.
Enough is enough.
And the thing is that we have to stop. If you call yourself a patriot, if you call yourself a truther, you got to stop and think about what you're doing. To try to, no matter what differences you have, or what you think people did from some bogus bullshit that Hillary Clinton put up on a website somewhere. Let me finish.
Hold on, real quick. Somebody said Hillary sold us to China. I want to say something about that, and I'm just going to say it like this. Maybe you, my friend, She might have sold you, if you want to believe that. Might have sold you, but she damn sure didn't sell me, because I'm going to tell you what. I would never allow any government ever again to control my life or dictate what I do. So if you believe you're sold to China, guess what? You're on your own, buddy. Don't look this way, because I'm going to tell you what. Tooth and nail, I'm fighting them. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
Yeah. We got to... If there's a... I think it's Ronald Reagan that said it. If there was an invasion from space, from aliens from space, all the people on Earth would band together under the cause of a common enemy. We have a common enemy, and a common enemy is not you, the troll, or me, the truther, or me, the patriot. It's the deep state that is controlling you to put you against me and me against you.
Absolutely.
That shit has to stop.
No.
Once that stops, once this division among people who have the same goals, underlying goals, and the same beliefs as their base of what they believe in,
mm-hmm.
Once they all get together and stop fighting each other and start nitpicking each other and start saying, oh, you're this, and oh, you're that, or you said this, or you said that, and say, no, you're the enemy. You're trying to put me against him against her against him, and all the other people. So we're divided. Divided we stand, united we stand, divided we fall. And that no truth has ever been spoken. It's more true than that.
That's right.
And you ought to recognize that and get off that bullshit that you're doing and stand with us against these people. Because if you don't, you're not going to have a country worth living for. Because once you take us out, and they'll take you out.
If you don't stand together, you was bought out by China.
That's right. He was bought out by the mainstream media and the bullshit stories, and you're taking money from Soros to go and troll people. We know who you are, and we know why you're doing it.
That's right.
I have 3 words for you. Get a job.
You ain't kidding. Oh, can't say that enough. Get a job.
Get a job, for Christ's sake. Get a job.
But either
I'm doing this to save my country. I don't have to be doing this shit. I could be out fishing with my crap.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're going to have so many good times, so much greatness is going to come out of a radio show because we are not going to be censored. The only thing we got to do is watch our language. Really? I love that.
Yeah. Well, they'll bleep us. They'll bleep us out if we slip,
Yeah, I get it.
So,
but if we talk about the situations like that's what we plan on doing. When we talk about the situations in hand, they're not going to bleep us out for saying Hillary Clinton did this and we can prove it. They're not going to bleep us out.
We're just gonna watch what we say. Yeah. We gotta get that little clip from Demolition Man where Sylvester Stallone walks up to that mean machine and starts talking, and starts cursing at it. You are fined 2 credits for the violation of the verbal morality code.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? And another cool thing about radio is you can also play music without getting censored and demonetized and slammed with copy strikes. Are you kidding me?
Right, that's right.
Copy strike for playing God Bless America. Hello? I did. On here.
Oh yeah. Look at my latest video. Look at my latest video. I have Johnny Cash and Ray Charles. It's absolutely make you cry.
Yeah. I hear you.
If you don't have if you love your country, you will cry at the end of that video. I guarantee you.
I got a copy strike for playing God Bless America when the world really needed it.
Well, the channel's not monetized, so they can give me a copy strike. I don't really give a damn.
But no, that's fine. But I'm saying the world needed to hear it. It was when the people were starting to be against everything in the United States, and I was like, you know what? The ones that see this, it might strike a bell to hear Lee Greenwood sing God Bless America, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I got a copy strike for it. But
well, you know what? If we don't get away from this political correctness and all of this liberal bull crap,
yeah.
the world is going to turn into the thing that demolition, the world of Demolition Man. The cops are going to have little buzz sticks, and they're going to come up and say, "What's your boggle?"
You know
and you'll sing the Taco Bell commercial as a prime time. They'll play it over the radio.
Exactly. You know what? We've been on here an hour and 26 minutes, and I'm not saying nothing in any way, this way or that way, whatever. I'm not going to say left and right because, well, I guess I just did, whatever. But I'm not going to say this way or that way. I'm going to say this. Nobody hit a super chat for $1, not $1. So this video will be not suitable for most advertisers, example, and I didn't make $1. So all of this is brought to you from me and Dave. Blessings to you. Because super chat don't get paid for them either. Just saying. So people are catching on. Don't use super chat. If you want to support our channel and support what I do and Dave do, we have links in the description how to get to our PayPal me. The only way we can make $1 is to
That's right.
Me. The super chat I don't get paid for. I don't know, Dave. You might. I don't.
No, I don't get it either. But
none of that.
What I get is primarily through PayPal. That's what I do. But
the other ones, they won't let me accept super chat. They won't let
me. A lot of people don't understand what it takes. What we're doing right now. Really, it doesn't take any effort after the video. Right. But when I do a video, I record the video if I have a face on it, or I have a lot of times I have a bunch of people that are visually impaired. So I put even turning their captions on, they can't read it. So I had a couple of messages like that. So the important part of it I put up in big letters so they can read it on the screen, even if they can't see it or hear it too good. This way the message gets across. It takes time to do something like that. If I record a half an hour video of me talking, by the time I get done with it, it's 4 hours.
Yep.
It's 4 hours of editing. It's 4 hours of putting things where they belong, putting all the captions in place. It's not child's play. It doesn't happen by itself. It takes a lot of work. And if I was getting paid by the hour, I'd probably be making 23 cents an hour. Even with the channel being monetized, was monetized, but now it's gone. But that's beside the point. I don't do this primarily for the money, but I have to take the money's got to come from somewhere to pay for the bandwidth, to pay for the phones, to pay for the equipment. And Jesus, I'm taking time away from my life, 14 hours a day for 3 years doing this crap. I'm tired, Stony. I'm not making bank on this.
Nothing.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm lucky if I have to come out of my pocket with $200 every month just to get by, just to be able to do this. I don't do this for the money because I have nieces and nephews that when I shuffle off this mortal coil, I don't want to leave them a world of shit. I want at least for it to start to straighten out, because it's been covered up by the mainstream media, by the Mockingbird mainstream media, ever since Kennedy was assassinated, and probably even before then. So if I'm going to do something, and if I'm called to do something, I want to do it 100,000%. I want to be able to meet the Lord and say, what did you do? And I says, I did this, and I did the best I could. I put everything I had into it. With your blessing, I put everything that I had into it to make things right. That's what I want to do. I could be out fishing. I could be out in the woods camping with my dogs, but I'm here doing this, and I'm doing it for my country and for no other reason other than that. God bless everybody who supports my channel and Stony's channel, because without you, we couldn't do it. It would be financially impossible. We'd have to give up, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to demonetize our channels, to shadow ban our channels, to turn our channels off, to make it so that we say, "Oh, I can't. I'm fed up. I'm done." Not going to happen, pal. Not going to happen. Stony, you there? I think I lost Stony. Did I lose you, Stone?
No, I'm here. I'm just
Oh,
taking
okay.
care of something else. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like I just said. I'm trying to do this for my country, from my heart, and I'm in awe of the president, of what he has given up and put himself into the line of, literally into the line of fire, because they tried to assassinate him 12 times. So I'm just, every time I think about it, I want to cry. I love that man, and I'd give my life for him in a minute. Yeah, it's Stony. I'm just. You there, bro?
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I absolutely hear you, man. And you know, it's sad that we lose. I mean, I just lost my dad in October, and there's, you know, for a couple of days I was pretty proud of everything that happened and what we accomplished and where we're going with this. But it's been tonight, just tonight, after, you know, things kind of went south here at my house, and the whole experience of being excited just kind of got thrown out the window during this live stream. So I feel how there's things pushing against me when I'm trying to do the right thing and I'm feeling the pressure so hard, and people don't even realize the pressure they're putting on me in my own home. They don't.
Well, when you try to do right,
shit hit the fan, man. Before I went live, the shit hit the fan. My blood pressure went through the roof, and as we've been live, I had my blood pressure go through the roof. From that door should never be open in my studio ever until I walk out and they say, hey, or nobody should bring nothing to me before I go live, because now my focus and my attention is not where it needs to be. And it's crazy. The more you do and try to do, the worse it gets. So I'm juggling.
Well, you know, when you try to do something
right now.
When you try to do something right, Stony, when you try to do something right, the devil always moves against you. You know that.
Oh, yeah, but not in your own home. You wouldn't think you would have that in your own home, but you do. You do. Sure do. I sure do appreciate everybody, man. And I know, Dave, you're going through a tough time, but I just want you guys to realize we're going to keep you informed. This is what we're doing because we were forced to do this. Not that we're not grateful and we love it. We were just forced.
Well, this is Jonah in the belly of the beast.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, that we wanted to preach in Hollywood, or we wanted to preach in Disneyland, right. And the Lord said, no, you're going to preach in Nineveh. Yeah. And, you know, and this is what he tries to do. I mean, if it wasn't for a lot of things that happened in my life, I wouldn't be here. Right. And if it wasn't for what happened to me, that I was Kavanaugh'd back in 1998, I would have been on the 103rd floor of the South Tower in the World Trade Center in the former offices of Fiduciary Trust, because I had a pending contract with them. In exchange, it was a barter exchange. They'd give me the corner office where they had taken out 3 of their check sorters if I would stand there in my office, corner office, and maintain their remaining 2 check sorters, because I was the regional IBM specialist for 3890 check sorters. So God snatched me up out of that misery and put me where I didn't want to be. But when I heard that, I knew what the blessing was all about. So God, all things work together for good for those who love God and those who are called according to his purpose. And another verse in the Bible, one of my favorites, is Genesis 50:20. You meant evil against me, but the Lord meant it for good, to save much people alive. Stony, I don't know what else I could say.
I hear you.
I don't know what else I could say. I just thank God every day for my health. I thank God every day for bringing this evil to my attention, because I don't want to be like the majority. I don't even want to say the majority, because I think most people know what's going on. But I don't want to be like the person who is oblivious to the evil around them. I don't want to be the person who wakes up one day when his kid is gone and they can't be found, only to come upon the realization after doing some research that that child might be a part of a child sacrifice somewhere.
Absolutely.
And will never be seen again. That is the ultimate terror that anybody could face.
Yep, you don't put your hands on a baby.
And I wouldn't. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because 800,000 children go missing in the United States every year. And do you see the mainstream media talking about it? No. All they can talk about is Russia, collusion, Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump is this, and Trump is that. And meanwhile, they're after your babies and they're going to eat them.
And you know what? Everybody swirls in
And
their
you think that's crazy? You think that's crazy? You think I'm crazy for saying that? I'll tell you what's crazy. You're crazy for not believing it, because the evidence is right in front of you.
And you know what?
When will you rest in the sufficiency of the evidence?
Absolutely.
You know, if you don't want to believe it, ain't no amount of evidence going to convince you. So you're hopeless.
Absolutely.
If you're one of those people who are not woke up yet, and you refuse to be woke up, you're wallowing in your own ignorance.
Yes.
Yeah, you're wallowing in your own ignorance. You deserve what's coming upon you.
You got it. If you're
I'm
not
sorry.
awake by now, there ain't no help for you.
Ain't no help for you. The machine's going beep, and you should pull the plug right now.
Right. You know what? Hey, do me a favor. We're gonna get out of here. Love you guys to death. You have a great night. You know what? If you guys want to support my channel, there's a link for my PayPal. And now I got Bitcoin because I had to, because somebody wanted to give me Bitcoin, but they never did. So that was a farce too. It doesn't matter. Now I got it. The links are in the description. Dave, thank you, brother. We're going to go all the way balls to the walls with this thing. And hopefully you guys stand beside us and follow us where we're going. You can stay here, too, because we're going to be here, too, as long as they'll let us. Anyway, you got
right.
anything to say, Dave?
My two channels are Whirlwind Revolt.
That's right.
And Inglorious Patriots. And I also have a channel under Net number 4 Truth USA on BitChute. Either one of those three channels will get you to me.
Yep.
I always put my contact information at the end of my videos, so you can call me, you can contact me.
I change them when you get hammered. So it's just what it is. Anyway, thanks for supporting me. We do love you guys. We will talk to you real soon, and God bless you guys.
God bless you. Thank you very much for listening.
You got it. Have a good night.
Autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears will be sent to you for a $100 donation. You can get the book from Amazon or buy it directly from the publisher at LuLu.com. Links are in the description section.
Please subscribe to our backup channel, Inglorious Patriots. We fly so close to the target, we're on our third fighter jet. We will be relentless truth seekers until the enemies of freedom are defeated. Links are in the description section.